Welcome to our home.
Come on in and join us.
Thank you for sharing a part of your Christmas season with us.
We hope you enjoy these 12 days of Vlogmas from the old house in the corner.
So today we are having our Copper Coins bandmates over for brunch. We don't do it every year for the holiday season, but lots of years we have done it. So we are getting ready this morning for brunch, and we are hoping the electricity went off and came back on just a bit ago. We were having thunderstorms, which is very unusual for December in New York, but we're hoping the electricity does not go out because that will kind of put a kibosh on our cooking. So we will bring you along for some of our preparation for that, and I don't know if we'll get any footage of the brunch, but some of the other stuff we might do today. So what's the trick you use, Megan?
Instead of just melting the butter and putting that on, I melt the butter and mix it with the sugar and the cinnamon. It's easier to spread that way. And if you just melt the butter and put it on, it just gets everywhere, all over the counter. At least it did for me that one time.
One last time to rise, and then into the oven they will go.
I'm making some oatmeal casserole thing. Baked oatmeal casserole. This is the casserole I made, the oatmeal casserole I made. Has walnuts in it.
So Megan is not like me. She's never made this before. We've never had it before. We don't know what it's like. I personally would not make that when company is coming. I like to try things before I give them to other people. But Megan's more of a risk taker than me, and she makes things for the first time and shares them with everybody. So we'll see.
I don't think anyone's ever told me it's bad before.
No, I don't.
Not to brag, not saying
I don't
brag, but
think
I'm just
flop when
saying
you've done that. No. I think
I've been lucky.
cinnamon rolls fresh out of the oven. Just have to put the glaze on.
Oh, put the glaze.
Well, maybe they should cool a minute. I don't know.
Maybe it will melt. I think.
So far, we have our potato casserole ready to go in, our egg bake ready to go in, oatmeal bake ready to go in. Megan is working on biscuits. Our ham is cooking, which Megan already showed you. And the cinnamon rolls are completed. We have applesauce that we're gonna get out. And Aunt Vicky and Uncle Mike are bringing fruit, so that should be good brunch. Biscuits are ready to go in the oven when everything else is done. We'll turn the oven up and go from there. Just have to make coffee, have our drinks ready. So we think we are ready. We have most things done. We just have to finish baking everything, cooking everything. So it's about, I don't know, maybe, I can't see the time on anything. 45 minutes till people will be here. So we're just finishing the last things cooking, and table set. So we're ready. I will say brunch, especially Christmas time, we've done it numerous times with different people. Brunch is probably my favorite meal, having people for breakfast or brunch, because it's so easy to cook things that everybody likes and that everybody can eat something. So yeah, that's my favorite meal to do. I like to cook, but I'm not like a gourmet cook. I just make simple everyday stuff. So yeah, so Christmas brunch with Copper Coins. and hopefully it will be a good time of food and fellowship. Welcome back to the old house. We're glad you're here with us again today in our 12 days of Vlogmas. Tonight we thought we would share a little bit about some of our favorite Christmas songs. Our family likes music, and we don't always, but we often have music playing, especially at Christmas time. And so we thought we'd share some of the songs that we like the best during this season. We all have our own specific tastes in music, so it's a little varied as to what we like. So who would like to start with one of their favorites? All right, I will start then. I have like traditional favorites and contemporary favorites. One of my favorite traditional songs, I actually don't hear it a lot, but Birthday of the King. My grandfather Hayward would often sing that at Christmas time in church. So like that just brings back a lot of nice memories of him singing. He had a really nice voice, and it was fun to hear him sing. He didn't sing solo often at Christmas and usually Palm Sunday. He would sing at church, so that's one of my favorites. And the other is an old song, but a new arrangement of it, While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks. I like Andrew Peterson's version of that traditional carol. So those are two of my traditional favorites that I like. Do you have any favorites, Brendan?
For King Country, The Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
And
we watched their Christmas live stream last year, which was very good. We enjoyed that as a family. For King and Country is just really good in concert.
And Riley Clemens, I think it's called The First Christmas. I like that one too.
It's a good one. Brendan, you like different music than the rest of us. He's more into what I would call screamo, but you call it metal. So,
That's the correct term for it.
all right, so what are some of the songs you like that are Christmas?
Best one I like right now is Lowborn by Wolves at the Gate. They were the first metal band that I ever listened to, and right now, still one of my favorite artists. It's
Not good.
pretty heavy for them. It's still a good song though. Another one that isn't really heavy, they just did a rendition of it, even though they're a metal band, but they did a rendition of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, Fit for a King. It's not that heavy until the end. He screams like one time, but that's about it.
Okay. Some of my contemporary favorites, there's a lot. Like, I could probably talk for an hour or more about Christmas songs that I like. But some of my contemporary favorites that I like, down here, How Many Kings. I like the message of that, talking about how any other king in the world would not subject himself to being born, stepping off their throne in heaven and coming down to earth to rescue us. So I love that song. Also, Strange Way to Save the World by For Him. That's an older one, so I don't know if you could really even call it contemporary anymore, but that's one of my favorites. And Franny B's You're Here. I like that one too. So those are three of my top contemporary, more contemporary, less traditional Christmas songs that I like. Do you have any others? They don't have to be Christian. We don't listen to just Christian music at Christmas time. We listen to, all the other, Deck the Halls and all that kind of stuff. So what are some of your others that you like, Megan?
There's like 3 of them.
Okay. What are
That
they?
are my favorites.
You can't have more than one favorite.
Some of my favorites.
It's hard to pick one. Go ahead.
I think it's called Like It's Christmas, isn't it?
That's what you said.
By Jonas Brothers, and then Last Christmas.
Go 80s.
Was that?
That guy gives me the creeps.
And then I don't know the artist. Wham.
Mhm.
Wham. That's what it's called. Like wham when you hit
Someone.
Like that frisbee.
Wow. Okay.
And then All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that's by I don't know the lady.
I don't know.
What's the lady's name?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. That's a good
The
version,
most
but
annoying song of the season.
I like a different version, cover of it.
So those are some. What else do you have on your list of faves?
O Come Emmanuel by Iron Sharpens Iron, and The King by Wolves at the Gate again.
So those are
There's
just.
another one.
Oh, you have
I
another?
thought of. Christmas Makes Me Cry by Mandisa. Well, I think Matthew West sings it too, but
That's a good one. It is. There's just a ton of good Christian Christmas music out there, so hard for me to pick. There's a ton of just fun Christmas music out there too. Like I like every once in a while to pull out this old record that I have. Yep, record album, and it has like I'm Morris the Moose. What's another one? Who's That Up on the Roof? Just a bunch of like fun kid songs that remind me of Christmas when I was a kid. So I feel like Dale and I both talk that we both had the same record. So when you grew up in the 70s and 80s, there was a very small selection of things, and pretty much we all had the same stuff. So we pull that record out and listen to it once in a while, and the kids roll their eyes at us. Yep, we have a Bing Crosby record that we pull out, and it has White Christmas and some others on it. So that White Christmas is probably another, like probably out of all the non-Advent type Christmas songs, that's probably one of my favorites. So, but Bing Crosby's version is probably the best version of that. Like, listen to someone else sing it. Just, that's a song that the original artist did it best. So those are some of our Christmas favorite songs and carols. If you have a favorite that you like, share down below, and maybe it's one we haven't heard, and we would love to listen to it. So we hope you enjoyed this, and we hope you continue to have a wonderful Christmas season.
To close out our video on Christmas music, we thought we'd share a little bonus video with you. Here's our band Copper Coin's version of What Child Is This? We did this live a couple years ago. Enjoy.
What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch.
Wait, hold up, stop. I'm sorry, guys. This is, you know I love these old Christmas songs, but this is one of the songs we've played for years and years and years, and I think it needs a little freshening up. Do you guys mind if we put a little Copper Coin spin on this? I think that's more like it.
What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. Why lies he in such mean estate, where ox and ass are beating? Good Christian fear, for sinners hear, the silent word is pleading. Death's fear shall pierce him through, the cross be born for me, for you. Hail, hail, the Word made flesh, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh, come peasant, be
for having a little fun with us.